What's up? I'll take DarkUncle and Thunder.
Thunder.
I'll take okay. Oh, no one else in my clan's on. Okay, I will take.
What's up?
I'll take.
I'll take
I'll take lack of
DarkUncle
skill.
and Thunder.
And I'll take Iceman. Sure. Is Iceman on?
Well, fuck you guys.
I'll get. Oh, no one else in my clan's on. Okay, I will take. I'll take. I'll take lack of skill. I haven't seen him forever, so they made some changes.
I'll take Lonetraveler and
Iceman.
Kalyx.
Sure.
That's your
Yeah, I
friend,
take
right?
Phoenix. Yeah.
Well, fuck you guys.
I'm taking
Oh, no one
Phoenix.
else in my clan. Oh, I thought you said I will take.
I didn't mean to say that. I meant Phoenix and Kalyx.
That's what I heard.
He wants to keep his handy strong.
Oh, handy strong.
Like,
okay.
like the toilet paper.
Okay.
Like the toilet.
Alright, party invite going
Most
out.
absorbent.
All right, Kalyx.
you
might
go.
wanna go BC on this one.
And we're gonna have a
Lick and keep
comp.
on wiping.
Okay, let's see. Now, do I need to leave party? How does this work? Let me see.
We'll go BC and remember to cover the support if you can. Whoever supporting.
Are we
covering.
gonna switch out
Split
of these?
teams?
Split out of
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna, before we decide on what our comps are, we're gonna split
Yeah.
bets. There you
Okay.
go.
User left
Minor
your
detail.
channel. User was moved out of your channel.
Alright.
User was moved out of your channel. User was moved out of your channel.
We got to see. We got bled, jimber, we got lack, iceman, and lone. Deal. So just need to move the thunder down.
No, I'm here.
User was moved out of your channel.
Not anymore. Alright, guys. Here we go. Anybody got a specific comp? As long as we have one ARB, one OV, I don't care what the before we want to go.
So what's the comp?
As long as we got one ARB and one Raven, anybody else can
I
go
go
whatever.
Raven.
Alright, I'll go ARB and you four can pick whatever you want.
Alright, going frig.
Okay. Good deal. Alright, double frig, levy on bled. That leaves lack. Late game ship. Can you go carrier? Either carrier. Yeah, I think we need some late game ships. Alright, he's good. I'll let them know we are ready. So bled, you're gonna be our tank. But try to go take the outside lane, get your quick farm up. Lack will take the other outside lane. 2 frigs and the 2 support will go in the middle.
So are they actually gonna stream this thing?
That's fine. Stream it as long as we win it. I don't care. Don't stream it if we lose it.
Yeah, I went ahead and started the stream. Just figured it would be nice to get the before game chat, if that's not an issue.
Nah, it's all good. We're just having fun.
Mike, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we got you, bled.
An old tank in the middle then?
Yeah,
Start
man.
you're the tank, but start off on the outside lane.
Yeah,
get,
you gotta
get your quick
get-
farm.
Money, man. Get some money.
Yeah, get your quick farm, then you can cut to the middle, and then one of the frigs will go out. We'll just start to rotate it once you get a decent lead on farm.
Fast forward.
Ready, guys?
Yeah, we're ready to go. you you don't know if you won that last game?
I'm gonna go ahead and
User joined
move
your
up a channel.
Okay.
Channel switched.
Alright, hello everyone, this is Crazy, aka Why Must I Sign In. I went ahead and started the stream
User
during
joined your
the
channel.
in-game chat there. This is a live stream, but it'll also be converted into a YouTube video automatically when the stream is done. I guess Fast Forward has decided to go ahead and jump into this channel to listen in as we go. Fast Forward, is your mic on? Do you want to say hello?
I want to say hello, yes. I thought we left because we were spectators and they thought we're gonna spy on them or something.
Oh no, I left
But-
because I'm gonna be chatting through this entire game for my stream. And I didn't want to be distracting them because my mic goes into the stream at the same time that it goes into TeamSpeak, and I guess I could mute myself on TeamSpeak, but I figured it'd just be
No,
you.
it's okay. Then I'm gonna listen to Turk commentary, maybe throw in a few words.
Go for it,
sometimes
man.
If it doesn't matter to you.
I should change the title to featuring Fast Forward as a guest star. There we go.
And
And
I'm not used to making commentary, so I won't be talking much.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. Just chime in whenever you have something to say. So, in this game, we have Team 1 with the team leader Jquest with Lack of Skill, Iceman, Lonetraveler, Bled, and Jimber. And then Blue Team has Windu as team leader with Phoenix, DarkUncle, Thunder, Rescueranger, and Kalyx. I'll be going over the teams again as the game starts with the different ships that they have. Again, if you want to join in for a YouTube video or live stream, just get on to TeamSpeak. As you can see, the TeamSpeak server is ts1.learnstarbattle.com, and the password is solofarmer. This is Star Battle X. I haven't talked with Greater Ninja today about whether he's fixed the carrier barrage issue, but I don't think barrage is hugely common in IH games. Generally, people focus more on Tempests or Scouts or Interceptors. But if it is an issue, I guess we'll figure out pretty fast, yeah?
Yeah, barrage is usually a common opening if you go carrier mid lane. Then you can open barrage and do some damage.
Yeah, that's true. But is carrier mid lane common? I mean, I usually felt like carrier was, in most of the games I played, more a side lane ship.
Yeah, in most games it is some sort of a carry ship that goes side lane, but you can put it in the mid lane if you want to have an additional pushing power or killing power. And later, when the destroyer on the side has farmed his pro field and something like that, then they can switch lanes. So the destroyer is mid, and then the carrier is side and farms up.
That's nice. Do you usually go Dreadnought as side lane? Because that I don't know, I feel like a few months ago when I was more into the IH scene, that would have felt uncommon to me.
I played many in-houses on EU, and Dreadnought side lane is very common. Dreadnought is one of the best. It is the best tank in the game because of the second chance and.
Unfortunately, Rescueranger dropped loading screens, so I don't know whether they're going to quit out here or not. It's entirely possible they're going to. No one's moving their ships on the blue team. Yep, Windu calling for a remake, so we're going to go back to the lobby. Unfortunately, a false start in this game.
Okay.
I'll probably move back down in case they're going to change the in-house the pre-game chat, but I'm guessing that they're going to just try to restart as quickly as possible.
Channel switched.
So, just restarting as quickly as possible then?
Yep.
Yeah.
User joined your channel.
Yeah, everybody finally left a thing. Wait for them to invite and we'll jump in. Let me see if they want us to create or they're gonna create.
User left your channel. User joined your channel.
Alright, Windu's gonna create a gas.
Yep.
We'll just wait for the invites.
We're not the same people.
Yeah,
Right.
same. Everything's
Yeah,
same.
same thing.
Just make it faster.
If we keep doing this, we'll be undefeated for the night.
Rescue is, I mean, is he having issues or?
You know, normally he doesn't lag out, so it's gotta be something weird going on.
Seems like he's having trouble joining the lobby too.
Who's Mr. Bean?
That is Uncle, DarkUncle.
Oh.
I don't know why people change their names on their thing.
Well, everybody's got a bunch of names, especially if you played along. That might be your original name. Just like when I was playing with Windu, you know, shows up his original one. See. We got everybody. Who are we missing?
We're missing Rescueranger still. He didn't manage to join the lobby and now he's probably restarting the client.
There you go. Alright.
I'm in a party now. So everyone is still in their respective channels. It looks like, yeah, Rescue had to drop out of TeamSpeak as well, but now he's back on TeamSpeak, so that's a good sign.
Yep. I just hope this game doesn't last 2 hours.
That would be unexpected. Do IH games with you guys usually last 2 hours?
I think last couple times we played it's like an hour and 10, hour and 15. I was like, I ain't doing this no more.
Good game. 1 hour. When you get all abilities and
At
Yeah.
least,
when the game gets hard because the farm hits hard and everything is, yeah, you have to do much more.
Well, it's like the longer the game goes, the better off Zorg and Protoss are and the weaker Terran would become. At least that's usually been my experience.
Yeah.
And that's what the 10 shields are for. So
Yeah.
the Terrans.
Not the Destro. I mean, the way the Destro is beefed up right now.
Well, the combat shields work on the Destro too.
I think
About
that I
regen?
should talk to Greater about actually renaming the Dreadnought back to Destro, because everyone still calls it the Destro, right? Like,
Yeah. I think it's always going to be Destro.
I mean, you kind of wonder, why did Zedu change the name of the ship while keeping its role, function, and model all the same? Rescueranger is still not getting into the lobby here, though. What's going on? I'm gonna go ask them what's going on.
Channel switched.
How's it going, guys?
Pretty good, man. How about you?
There he is.
Is Rescue getting back on okay?
He is. He's logging in right now. Just waiting for his shit to load up.
And Qantas airline, goddamn slow as shit.
Is this crazy?
This is crazy.
Dun,
I
dun,
recognize
dun,
your voice
dun,
from your
dun,
videos.
dun, 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 dun,
Yes.
dun, 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 dun,
Alright, I've had enough of that.
dun.
It's easy to get off of a dumb tune.
A theme song?
Go to another dumb tune. Those guys get paid big bucks to make catchy crap that just you can't get out of your head.
We do Gilligan's Island.
Did Rescue like restart his computer, or does it just take a while to reload the client?
I rebooted my computer.
Hmm.
Almost there. Just in case some crap was in it.
You're here. We see you.
Did you have to install updates?
You are pending.
Didn't have to.
Pending. But what happened?
Let's try again.
Well, let him finish loading the client. If it takes him a second, inviting him too early might mess it up a little bit.
I hear that. My game used to fucking have a heart attack when I got an invite while I was loading.
Yeah, it was
You
one
let
of
us know when, Rescue.
Well, it says entering lobby forever right now.
Oh, I think you're fucking bugged again.
Oh yeah, if it says entering lobby, you gotta log out. That's the only solution.
And just log
Yeah.
out though. Don't close your
Yeah,
game.
well.
You don't have to close the game. You just have to
No,
log
no,
out and log
no,
back
I'm
in.
not just- yeah, I am.
And then once you're loaded all the way, let me know.
Yeah, well.
Good thing
No,
they've
I'm not you.
patched Starcraft Arcade to solve all these issues. Yeah.
There's so many issues. Like when you invite a bunch of people, like it just totally lags the lobby up. All right, normally I would have spammed you 10 times by now, but I'll let you load. I feel the pressure
Go
of
ahead
all
and
these
go
people.
ahead and invite me.
The sounds of my youth.
Yeah, I think
Okay, round 2?
Alright.
Or take
Round
2,
two,
I should
same
say.
ships.
I'm gonna move
Oh
on.
yeah, same ships, same comp.
Channel switched.
Alright, once again, this is Crazy, aka Why Must I Sign
User
In?
joined your channel.
As I mentioned in a section of the video that might get cut out because I tried to restart the stream, Fast Forward's going to be joining me as a special guest star in this particular video. Do you want to say hello again,
I
Fast
hope
Forward?
it's okay for you. If I can leave if you don't.
Oh,
want
no,
me
no, no.
to-
I love guest stars,
Or
man.
sort of co-cast. Okay. Yeah, English is not my native language, so I hope my pronunciation isn't as bad as shit or something.
Where are you from, man?
Okay.
Oh.
Let's
you-
hope the game will be long and cool.
Let's
Do you have
hope
something
Rescue
new?
gets in without dropping. Okay, here we go. We're in the game. We got DarkUncle as
That
Dreadnought,
was a quick load.
Thunder as Arbiter, Kalyx as BC, Rescueranger as Frigate, Phoenix as Colossus, and Windu as a Overlord. Overlord opening Plague, Phoenix opening, I don't know, he's taking a minute. Rescueranger opening Missiles, Kalyx opening Missiles, Thunder opening Farm. It's really unusual Arbiter opening. Or at least I think it's unusual. Dark opening Armor with some Farm. On the red team,
I
we
don't
have...
understand
Yeah.
why Thunder opened 2 lasers.
That's
doesn't
really-
make any sense because
It's not really a IH open right there.
Then
Yeah,
you
I agree. But let's finish the team setup. We got Lack of Skill on 5 ints, pretty standard. Jimber on missiles, Iceman on imp, Lone on missiles, Jquest on feedback. You know, a more expected opening. And then we got Bled, Levy on just probably mutation with 1 locust for some farm. So we got pretty standard mid-frame blue team taking the cloud. But yeah, they're managing okay aggression with this 2-tank build to manage to take this cloud, which I think is putting a little bit of pressure off the fact that their Arbiter has no abilities. He probably looks like he got imped by Iceman earlier on, so he's been he wouldn't have anything to cast anyway, so maybe the lasers will work out for him.
bought those 2 lasers. He didn't buy anything else. He still has 1.6 speed. He has only those 2 lasers. He has no energy upgrades and no recharge shields upgrade. So I don't know what he bought.
He wanted to farm, you know. He's gonna go back and he'll be able to afford feedback now when he gets back. I mean, I don't agree with that opening even slightly. But
Wait.
I don't think it's going to cost them this game right now. Lack of skill managing to really mostly avoid the aggression, but now DarkUncle is pushing in a little bit. He has to be careful here with them over in the cloud. He's cut off from his team, but I don't think that Jimber has the damage right now to really risk killing him, so he can be a little bit aggressive on lack of skill. Iceman in the middle taking a few missiles, but it looks like Kalyx caught an imp as well, which is why he is low on energy. Rescue also caught an imp, also out of energy. Windu is staying on the side lane, keeping his plagues on bled, but bled is regenerating the damage well enough that it's not an issue for him. Notice that all the other ships are up to full hull life, holding the cloud now. And see, this is the point where you're like, okay, would they have held that cloud longer if Thunder had gotten something other than lasers? And that's a question worth asking.
They have a Colossus, they have a frigate and the BC, so they have to push.
Yeah, I mean, they have 4 shield ships in the mid here. So, I mean, if he'd gone even shield regen and just a bit of energy, he could have taken an imp or two and still been contributing something. But
of course, because look at the composition. There is a frigate and a BC, a Raven and an Arbiter against them, and they have a frigate, and a BC, a Colossus, and the Arbiter. So actually they have more missile ships, so they should be applying more DPS and push the enemy team, but they don't manage to push them and get pushed instead.
Yeah, because they're basically down a ship, I mean, Windu is managing to keep bled, on his side of the map. So it's not that it's Overlord versus Leviathan that's an issue here. It's now on the other hand, Jquest is full energy right now, so he's not really doing a huge amount either. He's kind of waiting for Windu to get back up a little bit before he drops his feedback. Instead, he puts one on Phoenix, hoping to just burn some shields down. So yeah, I'm not sure we can wholly blame Thunder for this push, but
fight as a team. They should team up with the BC and the Frigate should team up with the Colossus and just push them.
Yeah.
But it looks like they want to go back, but they can't. They're too greedy. They're fighting on their own half of the map, and that is a very bad decision, because if you are fighting on your own half of the map, you get way less farm, because the fighters they respawn as soon as they get killed.
Yep, and so blue team is now down 100 on farm. We're at 7 minutes, and they have not pushed back at that 4.5 minute mark. I mean, even though Rescuer's gone back and gotten his ion cannon, now finally Thunder does have a spell. He has 325 energy and force field to deal with missile aggression from Jimber. Kalyx doesn't look like he's gotten back yet. He still has 300 minerals floating. Phoenix floating 600 minerals. I think that at that 4.5 minute mark, he really should have just gone back to base and picked up some more shields or something. He has 3 lasers. Another very curious decision from him. He must have constant shield regeneration, but even then, I'm not sure I agree with that 3rd laser rather than perhaps a missile or something. 3 mutas on Windu with 250 energy and plague still, losing that plague due to the feedback. Some midfield aggression as DarkUncle pushes in on Lonetraveler with the force field protection of Thunder, hoping to push them back, regain some of that farm disadvantage. They're now down 200 farm, which at 8 minutes is not where you want to be. Rescue not really pushing Bled in, but Bled just coming back with his team. And red team now pushed back. Blue team did go back and get some ups now. Now 5 lasers on Phoenix. There is a carrier on the other team. Lack of skill is at 8 interceptors. I'm still not sure I would go for that 5th laser there. Phoenix also picking up hardened shield with 275 energy for the missiles, even though Thunder does have force field. Kalyx at...
The blue team seems to play very uncoordinated.
Kalyx bouncing into a rock there, yeah. Kalyx on 4 lasers. I mean, it seems like some of them are focusing really heavy to either stay in one-shot farm, which I think is unnecessarily greedy, or to they might be really concerned with lack of skill as a carrier. But lack of skill, he's floating at 192 farm. He's not leading in farm. Bled is leading in farm. And lasers are going to do all of Jack, and that's about it, to a Leviathan with 5 armor. So these 5 lasers on Phoenix and 4 lasers on Kalyx is all going to be doing nothing to the most farmed ship on the enemy team. So now Bled is just leading the charge into this push here, managing to still drop some acid sprays on the enemy team as he goes in, still managing to keep his health up with rapid regeneration. And blue team is getting pushed back once again, still down. Now that they regained it, so they're only down about 150 farm now. But they are still not in a favorable position based on the amount of aggression they were capable of in the early game. Lack of skill still on those 8 interceptors. I'm not sure if he picked up rapid warp or not. Probably not at this stage. Expecting to see that later on. Jquest taking the side lane. He's now gone up to maintaining 2-shot farm as they went into the 10-minute mark on feedback and force field with 350 energy. Can't even find Jquest on the list. Jquest on 215 farm, so he's doing pretty okay on farm, actually. DarkUncle pushed back. Dark went 8 shields as Dreadnought, presumably working to that 10 shield point where he'll have constant shield regeneration, and also with the emergency shield extra boost there. Jimber has afterburners, letting him kite a little bit more. The siege creep now coming out, but I'm not sure that the blue team really has enough sustain here to protect this siege creep. My guess is that Rescue is going to get pushed back and they're going to kill this siege creep. What was that?
He could just force field the siege creep and they would need the carrier to launch the siege creep, kill it. But the arbiter was a base, so he couldn't help.
Yeah, so the siege creep went down. Red team siege creep is coming along very slowly. It might be the case that they need to back before it even gets here, but really red team is low on energy. Not max shield, but with bled at 5 armor and 6 tentacles, they can probably stay here without hugely risking a kill or a death on their team. DarkUncle coming back out with full life. 4 Gats and protective field, 250 energy. Windu has Psyblast now on 300 energy. Windu at 238 farm. A lot of this blue team still below 200 farm. Bled now at 350 farm. Lack of skill now getting up to 300 farm as well. So when lack of skill gets back, he's going to have almost a full 1,000 minerals to spend. Bled has been spending his minerals with constant, so he is staying on 1-shot farm with his tentacles, pretty expected. Also being a little bit greedy with the 5 locusts. There is no carrier on the enemy team, so those 5 locusts are generally for farm. He does, of course, have acid spray, so it might be the case that he can drop an acid spray and get a little bit of damage in with the locust, but I think that's mostly for greed right there. Jimber now having picked up Fusion Torpedo, hoping to make some sort of big play here. They do have enough aggression right now that there have been points where ships like DarkUncle and others have been low enough that a torpedo land might have gotten a kill in. Red team maintaining their 200 farm lead as they push back out. Thunder now with Storm and Force Field, staying on 4 lasers, which is still 2-shot farm. Thunder and Rescueranger exchanging Ion Blasts. Rescue only having Ion, dealing 4,500.
There might be some... and Jimber already has torpedoes, so the blue team has really to watch out to not get stasis and torpedoes.
That's exactly right.
Right now, this is the situation.
Jquest used his energy on a force field and a feedback rather than a stasis field, though. Jimber did not have the energy for a torpedo anyway, so that's a reasonable decision.
The better tool, he has to lock down the arbiter. Yeah, what it does, yes.
Yep, Kalyx landing that lockdown on the enemy arbiter. Jquest now at 0 energy, inhibiting any chance of a stasis nuke. Windu floating 500 farm. Lack of skill having come back out with 7 scouts. Warpin, 250 energy. using those scouts to push back Windu. Windu at 4,500 life, needing to go back and heal. Rescue flying out, dropping a ion on Lone, getting a little bit out of position. That's a little bit risky considering the level of aggression the other team is capable of. And there's a stasis on Rescue inside the enemy base. Here comes the nuke. Rescue is down. Thunder now also has stasis, which it's not clear what he's going to be able to do with it now that their frigate is down. Losing Rescue loses the capacity for a stasis nuke from the blue team.
Now they have no DPS.
Thunder getting feedbacked by Jquest, losing the energy and the capacity for a stasis for the next few seconds. Siege creep is coming out. They should, hopefully, I think, have enough capacity to protect it this time. But Bled is fed enough, 1,700 life, with acid spray that he's going to be able to drop those Tempests, drop the siege creep, and maintain the contain now at this point. The red team farm lead drifting up to, oh goodness, 800 farm. This is a very unfavorable position for the blue team. DarkUncle with warp and protective field, 250 energy, 4 armor, getting pushed back very heavily. Something to note here, DarkUncle does have more shields right now than Phoenix the Colossus. Phoenix with recharge shield and 400 energy, having a hard time taking advantage of those two spells with the level of energy denial on the enemy team.
He still has 0 missiles, so even with his shields, he can't push the enemy team because he does no damage. He's just like.
I mean, he's trying to be a big meal shield, but
yeah, but still,
I mean, why spend? Again, this is that point where you really go back to why get that 5th laser, right? I mean, what was the purpose of that? It's not going to help you farm. It's not going to deal any damage to the enemy teams. It's not even really going to deal with these scouts. So it's just it's just 50 wasted minerals, but that would be basically 2 antimatter missile ups. That would be 10 more damage per missile if he had gotten that instead. Iceman now has point defense drone along with 425 energy, another stasis nuke, but DarkUncle does have 1,700 life coming out. Getting stasis by Thunder to save him, afraid that there's going to be another muke to finish him off. DarkUncle now continuing in, Bled pushing in a little bit, but not really diving into the mothership repulsor cannon and the purifier beam, which would perhaps put him at risk of a opposing kill. But red team doesn't need to dive in for a kill right now. They can drop those stasis nukes, but at a 1,000 farm lead.
And just win. They already have over 1,000 farm lead.
This game is already pretty much over.
I don't know how the blue team can win this.
Phoenix.
Do you have any idea what the blue team could do?
Phoenix still with the same stuff. DarkUncle can't even afford bots. Kalyx has lockdown, no nuke, no capacity to buy nuke at 85 farm. Thunder with stasis, but nothing on his team can take advantage of a stasis. He can only use it defensively. Their pure damage output is Windu with Psyblast.
The good thing about stasis, if the Levi goes frenzy, then he can stasis him and save a teammate.
Yeah. But it's purely a defensive stasis at this point. Losing Rescue and the capacity for a nuke really removes their only capacity for really big play right now. And even Windu has had to pick up Siphon Energy, so he's not really managing to stay on kind of a pure Psyblast build, getting more energy to maintain those Psyblasts. Bled now pushing in, even though DarkUncle is behind him. It's really DarkUncle is the one in trouble. Jquest coming in. He does have 7 lasers, but he can afford to be greedy with the farm lead that they have. He doesn't have the energy for stasis right now, but DarkUncle still needs to be careful. The scouts now at level 10, 10 interceptors, warp in, and actually instead of getting the shield regeneration on the scouts, Lack of Skill has picked up Tempests, presuming that he's not really, I guess, going to get a kill with the scouts, but rather he's going to... They're just going to be dropping a tower at this point and winning a very safe, slow win. And there's really not a huge amount that the blue team can do about siege damage right now. DarkUncle not even having the minerals for... Or he can now afford bots, but he's 170 minerals away from being able to afford his ultimate, being able to really contain the Tempests that way. The Tempests coming in with the Sky Fury siege creep. And Kalyx doesn't have missile pods. Phoenix doesn't have Lance. Their only way to deal AoE damage to siege creep is Plague, which is not really what you usually want to be doing with Plague. And so how are they even going to break out past these Sky Fury and Tempests with the level of aggression that Red Team is capable of right now, bearing in mind that the Raven can continue to drop bots. Windu does drop a Plague on the siege creep, but with the force fields, no one on his team can get out to them. Phoenix now coming out and already down to... already out of shields. Thunder does drop a Storm to finally clear up those Tempests and siege creep. But they're not going to be able to push out much further than this. The red team's farm lead now creeping up to 1,100. DarkUncle trying to come down, trying to get some aggression on the Raven, but the Raven has 0.81 speed, or 1.81 speed. Wow, DarkUncle has gotten up to 1.82 speed. That's what he's been spending on his minerals instead of bots. But he doesn't have, on his own, the damage to really kill a 0.81 speed Raven, even though he is that 0.01 faster. Lack of Skill bringing out another set of Tempests, making this a very slow back, but I mean, the red team is getting a little bit greedy, but they are still at a point where a little bit of greed is not an issue. Bled is out of energy, but he does have Frenzy for when he wants to drop it. Jimber's Muke at 3,500. Rescue, of course, is dead, so he does not have an opposing Muke to look at. Iceman staying on just PDD and Imp. Iceman at 369 farm, but he is up to 500 energy, so he can continue to just pump out the PDD, and he is at little risk of being caught out of position with his 10 shields. Jimber, after burning in, trying to get some aggression on Phoenix, get his shields back down as they push in once again, returning to the contain that they were holding earlier. Not pushing in particularly fast, letting the Tempests push in for them. Bled on the side lane, not being too aggressive against Windu, who can continue to drop plagues that are not really pushing Bled into a point where he's losing enough life that he would need to lose aggression. So, I mean, it is just those early game choices that let the red team get a little bit of a lead. But a little bit of a lead in the early game, when you're looking at Stasis Nuke, very quickly becomes a very big lead. So I guess the idea was, maybe, that Thunder went a farm open because he wanted, perhaps, to rush another spell, get some energy, maybe rush that Stasis, so that they could just go Stasis Nuke pretty much right from the get-go. But, I mean, we can ask him about this afterward, but even if you want minerals, I would generally say you still want that spell opening, because being able to deny a few enemy spells, being able to even drop a storm, will help you push the team back, hold the mid lane, so that you ultimately end up getting more farm, even though you're only on 0 lasers. Phoenix really having a very hard time, still no Lance. So even though he's flying up right into the Tempests, Lack of Skill can just now drop a Plasma Surge, and the Tempests remain standing. He doesn't even have to rebuild one. DarkUncle does finally pick up his ultimate, allowing him to go into siege mode. It's not quite getting in range of the siege creep yet. Sorry, of the Tempests from Lack of Skill yet. Instead, focusing on the siege creep. Only on 5 Gats though. He's dealing 1,050 damage a shot at 3 weapon speed, which is a 300 DPS ratio. Is not really allowing him to push back very much.
Oh no, Windu got stasis.
Windu stasis at 6,200 life. Jimber dropping the nuke, and Windu goes down. This game is, I mean, yeah, Windu GGing out. This game is effectively over. Kalyx GGing out. And that's the game. So again, there were those moments where, in the early game, Jquest was, at full energy, not really having dropped the the feedback, I'm sorry. So, I mean, I don't want to necessarily blame Thunder, but I feel like overall the blue team was failing to maintain that initial farm advantage.
I would say that they bought many very wrong upgrades.
Yeah, just a lot of farming ups, a lot of very passive upgrades that really just overall resulted in a loss. So, thanks for watching. I hope we all learned a little bit about the mechanics of in-houses and how that can really differ from a quick match setting. If you liked, I hope you'll subscribe, and I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream here.